Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with our Justin Fields Chicago Bears rebuild. We came away with a 3-point win against the Lions. We had some gonna Madden silliness with Drew Brees being the punter. That's been fixed. We looked at it last episode. It finally did fix itself. I don't know why that happened. Likely because of the sole fact that Madden doesn't like altering the roster like we did, but hey, it happens. And Madden gonna Madden, so we're not gonna worry about it. Anthony Miller here. 2 touchdowns or 100 yards rushing and receiving. You got halfback Saquon Barkley. It may be a shootout, even though Barkley is just going to run the ball because I have issues stopping Saquon. We did not actually have a sack last game. We've tried to revamp this team in a way to get some more pressure with the adding of Quinn. But the fact of the matter is, if Quinn isn't getting pressure on the quarterback, is it time for Jeremiah Tachi to come up and play here? But it's going to be out in the rain. Trying to give Anthony Miller these touches is going to be a bit difficult.
It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
On our orange jersey today, probably one of my favorite jerseys of the Bears is their orange jerseys.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low pressure.
When I eventually get a Justin Fields jersey, it will be an orange one.
Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears.
Is that Christian Jones out there making that tackle?
As he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1.
Oh, 100% say.
That's the bottom line for him.
Next gen out in the rain. This looks great.
Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
With the water coming off the ground too, and there's Saquon doing Saquon things already.
Just shy of the 40, they'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley.
There's Saquon.
The 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I will say not having X factors and the sliders changed to this. This is crazy better. It's over the middle. Oh, look at that move. That's Slayton there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball.
Bull rush by Eddie Goldman.
And he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Just not much a quarterback.
Not double coverage there. They're double blocking Akeem Hicks in that play. Eddie Goldman finally gets a one-on-one.
Another try after the first
And
down.
splits it again, and he hits him.
For Shepard deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Destroyed Daniels there.
Flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their
Player error
team
right now.
that he's going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Khalil Mack is there for his first sack.
A Bear sack.
Let's go, Khalil.
Tries a little bit of
We get those yards back now.
okay, but they've
The
been
penalty.
twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being being hit, as you mentioned.
And now Mack, the pressure there again.
He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Had to get rid of that one pretty quick.
Right at the line. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later round.
And there's Akeem Hicks.
Sack him back at the 42.
Good coverage downfield.
332 finds his way home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able
Sacks come in bunches.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up,
All right, Justin Fields, the rookie.
almost discrediting their work.
Had a decent week 1, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 294. Did have David Montgomery go down with a bruised sternum in the first week.
Prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really
You have a
said it
breakout possibility here
about he wants to have the type of
with
season
Miller.
at the end. He's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that it's
And already a blitz.
lost the football. And the Giants
That is a huge blitz off the edge by Anderson.
in the end zone. A
They sent 5 there, I think.
huge
And
play by the defense, not only to force the fumble out.
Borum was just, or was it Borum,
and I know it's no fun for
was just beat off the edge in that first step.
defense rallies when there's a fumble return. Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board.
Let's do that out of bounds.
Watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw.
Anthony Miller beat the slot
Down, but able to slip
corner on the outside.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds
Jimmy
his guy,
Graham.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the
And he slipped! Allen Robinson slipped.
Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge
It's something he normally never does out here in the weather.
He wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys,
Force him out of bounds. It's the Slayton.
the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
This was Slayton
13 yards as they've got the connection.
working against the rookie.
Second catch in a row. First
Daniel
down.
Jones looking smooth out here.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Jones back to the air on second down.
Throwing behind him should have been knocked down or picked.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they run the option here on 1st and
Nowhere to go. Sacked by Quinn.
He goes. They sack him back at the 36. They credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy. And Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11.5 sacks last year with Dallas. The best since his lone all-pro
He's
season.
all by his lonesome there.
And I know the Bears are his 4th team in 4 years after stints with the Rams, Dolphins, and Cowboys. But don't be fooled by that. Robert Quinn still has a lot of juice left in his tank.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Nope.
And he will lose
That is set by,
the 23.
looks like Mario Edwards Jr.
That in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And there's Eddie Goldman, another 101 coverage. Or 101 block there.
Should have any offensive line. You got to protect that quarterback. Keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. He'll get this.
Come on, get Saquon. Get him. Tackle him, please. Thank you, Graham.
He'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space.
What are you doing, Whitehair?
He was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Jesus.
I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up.
1st down.
Otherwise, this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and
Good route by Anthony Miller.
Perfectly executed crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front,
Middle field's closed.
Attack at the line of scrimmage. They use great leverage, help their spot.
Anthony Miller's able to come up with that football. I don't know how he did. That was a... That throw had a lot of air under it.
Keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
We haven't been able to do much.
They'll try to run forward.
Cohen's got it.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Montgomery, and he is going to be stopped.
Danny Shelton.
behind the line of scrimmage.
Jesus. How do we deal with this?
And now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
We deal with it with the speed of Tariq Cohen.
Chicago touchdown.
Get on his horse, son.
Cohen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you go
Oh, I missed that.
like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking. Because
Graham's playing decent.
trying to sit on a lead and
He's all over tackling.
doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your
I just wish he was playing better in coverage right now.
put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it,
Saquon.
touchdowns.
Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 45.
Saquon doing Saquon things.
First down pickup of 8.
First down, Giants.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The tackle by Robert Quinn. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they
Nope.
can wait till halftime to make it.
Mario Edwards, Keem Hicks.
Series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle.
Trying to do a screen on the outside, and they get it.
9
Big hit by
yards,
Roquan.
enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second.
Khalil forces the deep throw.
Brings up 4th down, solid coverage by the Bears D.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
It's up, and that's good.
It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. Bad theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
So we have 2 tight ends set. Montgomery's going to go out wide.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Rolling to his right.
The Komet makes the throw, and that wasn't even intended for him.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw again. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Another Bears first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Fields. Great command of the offense.
19-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Throw it away.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end.
What are we doing? We're trying not to turn the ball over. Bird's going to check in. The speedy guy.
Another incompletion.
Under pressure, and he'll go.
He was open there.
Sacked back at the 31. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
A 36-yard attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's
Okay. We'll take that.
lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this.
All right, he is going to kneel it.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So
We'll see the stats, and then once the stats are on the screen for a couple seconds, we'll skip forward.
We'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in it.
There you have it. Halftime quickly.
Couple of good
Here we go.
good things, but overall, we need to run the ball.
In the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
You missed him.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession.
Do not fall down, Komet or Miller.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
No matter, Allen Robinson's got the first down there.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That's dropped.
Center of the field, but it's incomplete. Cole Komet, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
That's Peppers doing
Jabril Peppers and to the 43. So
doing
down
Peppers
inside the
things.
45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I should have went with Cohen.
Jones now on 1st down.
Ooh.
They will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now Jones going to throw again. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped.
He paid for that one.
Shy of the 30. 11 yards there. 1st down.
First down, Giants.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That is caught.
Oh, wow.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Smith over there just.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants add on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Do some hurry up here.
I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to
Carter is banged up, holding his knee, or holding his shoulder, looked like.
Get up after that last play. Well, he gets attended to.
Thought it was his knee.
Step aside. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he completes it to Cohen. That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Cohen. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game.
Can't run the ball, can't throw the ball. This is an issue that I always have with the Giants. I'm not controlling the game at all.
First and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards, halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A first down carry for Barkley. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Come on, Roquan, hit him.
Complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. 3 yards the gain there. Second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. To throw again on second down. Jones.
Those are the way.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on third. From the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down Giants, Jones to Ingram. Operating from the gun, Jones. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10.
Trufant is just not cutting it.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Now Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass. And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh? Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there. Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage. Yeah, but a nice job.
It's a 13-point game. This is not out. We're not out of it by any means.
Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead. He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. Steps away to his left. He completes this into the hands of Miller. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now.
I don't know if that if whoever was deep right there was open.
Dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He gets it forward
Holding.
for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back.
Come on, you serious, dog?
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a gain of 14 and brings up 2nd down at the 50-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 44. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Can I get something with Mooney or Miller deep?
44-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Okay, Miller can get that.
Getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. We know he has.
Darnell Mooney on the outside, probably not.
He only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud, 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
Brings up
2nd and 9 now. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He was double.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense.
Oh, that's my alarm.
Down here.
Got to my alarm there for
Drive gets him inside the 5.
a migraine stuff.
Punch it in.
And credit the defense.
I'm taking after this game in super focused mode, but I'm just not.
Made sure they continued.
Playing in the rain
Absolutely had to.
against the Giants, this is
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down.
This is difficult, to say the least.
There at the 24.
We're not out of it.
At the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns.
I don't know what happened
You're
there.
just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley.
Oh wow. Can we get an illegal block in the back?
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 70 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Alright, we need to open up the
Well, we've had some
playbook.
great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now.
Darnell Mooney got the wheels, man.
Do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
At the 27-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And Anthony Miller, let's go.
This one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller there to make the grab. And the Bears cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost.
Still a 2-possession game.
Usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And New York set to take the field. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession
Why?
game.
Why would I come out in this formation at all?
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On the draw, this is Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jones.
And he goes out of bounds. Yes.
Complete. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 1. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's tipped away from Miller.
And now it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
He had the step, and that was
The Giants
a questionably on target throw.
next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. operating from the gun. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Looking for Shepard deep. And unable to connect.
And Hicks is shaken up.
Credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A gain of 32 that time.
As we've seen over the years,
He's out of bounds.
often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The Bears on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk. And he's going to
Jesus, throw the football, Fields.
42. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
The Bears have to be excited about the rookie out of Notre Dame, Cole Komet, a Chicago native. He actually selected number 85 in recognition of the Bears' 1985 NFL championship team, the Super Bowl champs. And by the way, his dad was on the Bears practice squad at one point. So this kid falls right in line. I love his athletic ability.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Defensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1-to-5 play.
Oh, whenever I play the Giants, this is the absolute silliness that always happens.
Yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at
The absolute silliness.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
And Saquon takes that to the house.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
Don't matter.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. And even 60 yards for him on the ground.
That's game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down.
That's a good play to do there because I was coming up the middle.
Barkley. And he'll take this for a short game.
And that's the Giants. The curse of the Giants. No matter what, I just cannot beat the Giants. I don't know what it is.
This was a fun one, just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the
I just don't.
weaknesses, the whole
I don't know.
Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance.
Maybe I should be a team that, to get over my Giants issue, I play the Giants twice a year.
Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to 1-1.
Fields just slinged it around because he didn't have a choice.
Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.
Saquon, 218 on the ground. Anthony Miller got 125 and a touchdown. Al Robinson, 128. Cohen had a touchdown. Caden Smith had that touchdown. Goldman had 2 sacks. Logan Ryan, Quinn, Anderson, Alajari, Hicks, Mack. Interception by Logan Ryan, Jabril Peppers. Just and I'm going base development or base experience. Wow. Roquan with a speed boost? You gotta be kidding me. Justin Fields, let's go, baby. Deep throw accuracy, break sack, throw under pressure. Acceleration, okay. Man coverage, nice. Iggy. Ooh. Okay. Okay, Anthony Miller as his star upgrade. Saquon, 200 yards more. That was just... What do I do there? What do you do? People are asking for Anthony Miller. And we got a Dove trait increase. And we got college scouting. Let's just do the upgrade. Alright, so Falcons. They added a big piece in which I'm not particularly going to be fun facing, but we'll get to him when we get there. Matt Ryan, so the quarterback over here. Felipe Franks behind him. Mike Davis. Ron Hawkins. Keith Smith. Julio Jones. Calvin Ridley. Russell Gage. And it goes to this one. Kyle Pitts. The guy is going to be a stud. Hurst behind him. Jake Matthews. Drew Dalman. Michael Minette. Chris Lindstrom. Caleb McGarry. Oliver Vernon on the defense. Dante Fowler. Makevius Mingo coming from the Bears over to the Falcons. Grady Jarrett, who's going to be an issue always. Tershawn Wharton. Juan Graham. Mekeel Walker, the rookie. Brendan Copeland. Deion Jones in the middle. Forside Alulukun. AJ Terrell, Fabian Moreau, Isaiah Oliver. Trying to get some experience for these young guys. Bring in Fabian Moreau, but I mean, he's a young guy himself. Trey Boston, DJ Green, Clayton Gaithers, Richie Grant, Young Hoku, Sterling Hofreicher. And that will be your week 2. The menace of the Giants strikes again, takes me down. So thank you all for joining me, guys. Don't forget to leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.